Good day, everyone. I hope all is well. Today is May 29th, 2020. My name is Timmy Lewis, and I'm a student at Northeastern University taking a business and professional speaking course. And I would like to take this opportunity to present one fact that will highlight a controversy surrounding the use of levels of forces by law enforcement, and provide another fact to put the topic in a different perspective and hopefully incorporating the concepts learned in the course. In 2017, 60,000 U.S. law enforcement officers were physically assaulted and 46 lost their life while serving and protecting their community. Law enforcement officers are trained and provided tools to mitigate and control various and often dangerous situations encountered within their jurisdiction. Levels of force is something commonly heard and used by law enforcement officers. These tools are used to ensure that excessive force is not unjustly applied to an individual. Each local government entity have their own standardized operating procedure regarding the use of levels of forces, but they commonly consist of 5 levels. Level 1 consists of verbal communication. Level 2 consists of physical restraint and joint manipulation. Level 3 consists of the use of non-lethal application, such as pepper spray, tasers, batons, and the use of police dogs. Level 4 is a presentation of deadly force, which can consist of physically touching and or grabbing the firearm or pointing the firearm at an individual. And level 5 is a use of deadly force to subdue the threat. Law enforcement officers are authorized to determine which level of force is appropriate to use for each situation, and it's typically one level of force above what is presented in that unique situation. For example, when an officer encounters a situation when the suspect or individual is verbally irate or non-compliant, the law enforcement officer can either try to verbally de-escalate the situation and or physically restrain the individual. If an officer, let's say, encountered a hostile individual with a knife, that officer is authorized to skip levels of forces and go directly to presentation of deadly force. And if necessary, the law enforcement officer can shoot his weapon at the individual. Imagine yourself as a law enforcement officer and arriving at the scene of an incident, and knowing that in 2017, over 21 law enforcement officers have died as a result of investigating a suspicious person or conducting a traffic violation stop, responding to a motor vehicle crash while in foot pursuit, responding to a robbery in progress, responding to a domestic disturbance. With this information, which level of force are you going to use when you arrive on scene? Now, in 2017, 1,147 people were killed by police officers in the U.S., and 90% of the deaths were during non-violent offenses where no crime was actually reported. If police officers did not use deadly force when dealing with an individual that did not have a weapon, there would have been 638 fewer deaths in 2017, equaling a 57% reduction. Police in the United Kingdom are actually prohibited from using firearms except where strictly necessary, and only after non-violent and less lethal options were used first. The United Kingdom police encounters a similar amount of knife attacks as the US, but only 4 cases resulted in a firearm being used to stop the individual. So, which level of force would you use when arriving on scene now? Here are the sources I used for this topic, and if you have any further questions and would like to provide some feedback, my contact information is listed below in the description. Thank you for your time.